Hi everyone, my name is Alicia Jackson. I'm a licensed professional counselor, and today we're going to talk about some tips on healthy communication. How can we make sure we're communicating what we want to communicate? Whoo, child. I felt it even when I just said it. Okay, so let's dig in because I don't like videos that just linger on and on. Like, let's jump on into it. All right, so the first way that we can engage and make sure that we are communicating what we want to communicate is definitely by making sure that we have our ears like in active mode. We're not dismissing. They're not shut down before we even come to the conversation. Like, we come to the table with our ears ready. Like, ready to listen, ready to hear what you're saying, cuz sometimes it's a different experience to hear what you're saying out loud versus in here. Okay. And then also to hear the other person. You have to come with your ears ready to hear, ready to connect with the person. The intention should not be, or there I go with the shoulds again. Woo! Me and my shoulds. The intention needs to be resolution, not I'm right, you're wrong. If that's the intention, maybe you should. Maybe it's best to come back when you're ready to hear. To come back when you're ready to hear and have open ears. So the first thing is to have open ears. Hear the person. And to be able to hear them out about what you're trying to communicate. You got your ready ears? Ears on ready? All right, let's do it. Then we ready for number 2. Express yourself. And so when you're expressing yourself, you want to be honest, open. You want to say how the person made you feel using I statements, not what you always, you never, you did this. I felt hurt when you did X, Y, and Z. And then sticking to the facts. So when I'm saying sticking to the facts, and this is something that comes out of DBT, if you're not familiar with DBT, it's dialectical behavioral therapy. But when you're trying to communicate to someone, sticking to the facts, not coming to them with the assumptions that you have potentially drawn up or jumped to by their actions, because we don't know unless they've communicated it to us, but just sticking with the facts. Well, you did this because of that. Well, if they didn't tell you that, then you don't know that. So sticking to the facts. What they did, how it made you feel, that you have, that you know. If it's things that you think somebody knows or is thinking about you in your mind, but they haven't said it, and you feel they're thinking these thoughts because of how they're showing up, but they haven't communicated that to you, that is not a fact. That's a feeling, which is valid, but not a fact. So we're going to stick to the facts and express yourself in your language, in your voice, using those I's, okay? Number 3, or the third way. Healthy communication. We have our ears on ready. We're expressing ourselves. We're sticking to the facts. We're going to monitor and manage our feelings. We're going to monitor and we're going to manage our feelings. So monitoring our feelings means that if we feel like that this conversation has escalated to a point where we are not in a space to have our ears on ready and to be able to express ourselves without being accusatory or not sticking to the facts, then, or not communicating what we want to communicate, we're just saying stuff because we mad, and it's not going to get us to the place of resolution, then we need to pause the conversation. Pause. My feelings have reached a space where I need a break. And that's okay. We are allowed to request a break, to ask for a break, to take a moment, take a pause. We'll come back to it. Walk around, go for a drive, listen to some music, pray, meditate, whatever you need to do to come back ready to communicate, ready to hear, ready to speak from your heart, vulnerably, using your eyes. I feel this way. When you said that, it made me feel this. I feel misunderstood. And then sticking to the facts. Okay. So monitoring and managing your emotions. Also, that's the monitor part. Like if you're feeling yourself, you maybe were at like a 2 when you got in, but then it goes to like a 7 or 8, and you're like, warning. We need a moment. But also managing. You might have to have like some internal conversations with yourself. Hold on for a moment. I want to make sure I'm hearing what they, because something that they said could definitely anger you, could make you feel hurt, could bring up some stuff. And so to manage that, their attendance to communicate with me, or hope, their attendance to communicate with me how they're feeling. So I need to take in what they're saying. Okay, this is not a personal attack. They're telling me how they feel. Okay, and again, this is in healthy communications and healthy relationships. What I'm speaking of. And so if you're in a situation where you question if your relationship is healthy, then these tips are not helpful for you in an unhealthy relationship. Okay? I have to give you that disclaimer and that caveat. Okay? So, if you are not in a healthy relationship, these tools, you could use them and it will still be turbulent. So that's another video, and maybe that needs to be the next video. I feel my therapist's spidey senses tingling that maybe that needs to be the next video on what to do and how to navigate communication in unhealthy situations and know when it's not going to be best to continue to move forward. So, mental note. Okay. So making sure you're managing your emotions, and so that you always can make sure you got your ears ready, because if you get to a certain point and then your ears shut down, like, oh, I don't hear what you're saying because you're mad and it's over, then there's no resolution. Then there's that intent to resolve is missing, and that's so needed for healthy communication. And so the last tip for healthy communication and close and intimate relationships is making intentional choices about the language and the words that you say, making sure it's accurate to how you feel. It's not an exaggeration. It's not hyperbole. It is not harsh language. It is truly how you feel. It's accurate and neutral. Not anything that's going to further escalate the situation. In matters of the heart, it is challenging to communicate when someone, because one, like you, if two parties are truly caring about each other, no one wants to intentionally hurt anybody. That's not how it works. It's not. If it's just not. It's not how it works. And so when the one person hurts the other, then there's going to be some feelings about that. The person's going to feel remorse about that. They may be angry with themselves. And that can present itself in a lot of myriad of ways depending on their life experiences. And so we want to make sure that we're holding the relationship, and the intent of the relationship is to connect with each other, to stay connected and to nurture the connection. That's what I was looking for. Ooh, I found my accurate language. To nurture the connection through the communication. Okay. I'm feeling it. My therapist. Okay. For my church people, y'all know what I'm feeling. Okay. So, to make sure that you're nurturing the connection in the healthy communication by making intentional language choices. Not inflammatory, not exaggerating, not hyperbole, not offensive, not under the belt, not any of that stuff. But making intentional, accurate, and neutral language decisions when you're communicating to your person, child, parent, loved one, partner, because the intention of the communication is to stay connected. No one wants to feel rejected in communication. No one wants to feel invalidated during communication. No one wants to feel like the other person doesn't care about their feelings or if this issue is resolved or not. Everybody plays a part, and the connection is important. And so making sure by doing this, by nurturing that connection, that we are coming with our ears ready to hear what the other person has to say. We're using our I language. We're owning our stuff. We're owning our feelings. We're owning our language choices. And we are monitoring and managing our own emotions to make sure we are in a healthy space to communicate. Sounds good? Hopefully, I hope it does. So those are my tips for healthy communication and healthy relationships. And I think we got our last video on how to navigate unhealthy relationships. That's going to be a monster. Pray for me. I hope this video has been helpful for you. My name is Alicia Jackson. I'm a licensed professional counselor. Please like, share, comment below if you have any questions, views, amens, or anything like that. Of course, subscribe to my channel. Come on. You know it. You know you want to. It's happening. You subscribing. You're gonna click the little bell so you can get it. You know when my videos is coming. You can watch them. You can share them with your family, your friends. It's gonna be great. I feel like it. Don't you? Okay, enough of me being silly. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great week. Take care.